So let's say you start with 20 here, and let's say half of those folks make it here, that's 10, right? And let's say half of those folks make it here, that's 5. And let's say half of those folks make it here, that's 2, 3 people. You'll get 1 or 2 enrollments every time out of this. Now the great thing is, since you guys are still working in your warm market right now, people that know you, like you, trust you, you're going to have most of your people make it to here at least.
Right.
So on a list like this, you'll have 20 people here, 10 to 12 people here, 5 to 6 people here, 3 to 4 people here, over and over again. Okay? So in step 3, the key to it is to make sure that you, again, follow up right directly after, right here. So let's say it's a 3-way call. Let's say you're doing a 3-way call with me, and I answer Harvey's questions, and if he asks questions, that shows that he's interested. It's a buying signal, because he wants to know more about specific topics. As soon as we do that 3-way call, you have a magic question that you ask Harvey. What is it? You want to find out if he is ready to get going or not. So you say,
Ready to start?
yeah, let's get you started. And then you pause and stop talking and let him answer yes or no. And at this point, because it's 2 defined steps, and I always like to remind them, now Harvey, do you realize that we've gone through 2 specific steps? And these are the steps to build our business. There's nothing else to it. We hand out this, and then we have you on a call with Tim, or we do a 3-way call, or we have the Thursday night call. Do you see how easy this is? Yes. So all of a sudden he realizes this is easy, he could do it, and the great thing about this, you've told him in advance there's 2 steps, right? You've taken him through 2 steps. Guess what's happening in the prospect's mind? I'm at the end of the steps. He already is mentally prepared to either enroll or to take himself right off of your whiteboard. People have a hard time saying no, so what do you think his tendency is?
To enroll.
He's mentally prepared himself because you told him in advance, here's the steps, to enroll himself into your business. So psychologically, you have a lot going for you here. Number 1, you're not chasing people down, they're moving themselves across, which makes your job a lot easier. Number 2, he understands the business is easy. It's just 2 defined steps. It's not just because Heidi's a superstar, right? Okay? Now that's going to help, obviously, but bottom line is anyone can do these 2 steps, or at least most people can. And the third thing, if you tell them in advance, hey, this is 2 or 3 steps, it's very defined, it's very easy to do, as you move Harvey through those steps, they ultimately start preparing themselves for, okay, I've made it through my 2 steps, it's time for me to get going. And then they start the process with you. So we end up with our numbers over here. You might have 20. You might have 15 people here. Out of the 15 that you give your phone number to that's warm market or people that you know, you'll have at least 12 or so listen. Now half of them, don't forget about a third of them actually, are ready to get started here. Remember we talked about that? So you'll have 3 or 4 enrollments right there, new people that join the team. And now you move the rest of them, 8 people over here. Let's say that only 6 of them down the conference line, okay? Out of the 6 people that listen into the conference call, you'll have half of those folks enroll. So now you've enrolled 7 total. And all of a sudden you have 7 new team members. Now what if even 3 or 4 of those team members start the same process with you and you're doing the follow-ups? All of a sudden you have an absolute explosion. So what this is going to prevent from happening is losing track of people or moving them across in a systematic fashion, or making the business so complicated that people think, wow, it's great info, but I could never do it. I can't even keep track of it myself. So it keeps it very systematic so that everyone can see, okay, I can do exactly what Beth and Heidi are doing. By doing that, you move people across very quickly, you get them started quickly, and from day 1, here's the most important part, in this industry people get really excited about the products and the company and the excitement of being in a home business, but most people do not think they can do it. But if from day 1 they know what their 2 steps are, everyone starts on day 1. So if on day 1 you say, okay, listen Harvey, now that you're involved on the team, give out this number to 10 people today. He's doing the business right from day 1. Instead of sitting and waiting and seeing how he feels on the products for a month, and that's what most people do when they join it without 2 defined steps. So as John is filming around, and Heidi's working here, and Beth is working here, you'll see our whiteboards, and they'll be filled with people, and some of the, you know what, some of the best people, let's say we really want to work with Harvey, Harvey doesn't always come on board right now. Sometimes we have to take him off the board, put him in the drip campaign, and come back to him later. But you'll see a lot of people move through the whiteboard process, you'll see them come on board into our businesses, and you'll see them take off, like Heidi and Beth have very early in their careers, because they're using a process much like this. Now there are computer programs and things like that that will do the same type of process for you, but we found that even with a whiteboard you can make over $1 million. So,
Right.
thanks for tuning in, friends. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Enroll.